right. Amazing people. What a blessing to be back. What an exciting time. Let me refresh my page real quick and we'll get rolling. A lot of exciting stuff to share. All right, cool. Make this. All right, cool. Here we go. Right, exciting times. I haven't done a live in, I don't know, it's been about a week and a half or two. I have been dealing with some incredible wild doggies that showed up in my reality, and they really needed some emergency surgeries. So, hey, Charlotte, great to see you. Thank you. So I'm happy to be back. Both the dogs are doing well after major surgeries, and life is good. So what I want to share today is some of my just favorite pieces and do a little bit of mirroring. And this is also a Q&A. So if anybody has any questions, challenges, we're not going to really dive into conspiracy facts. Hey, Davia, great to see you. Thank you so much for your assistance with Rory and the dogs. He's going to be released soon, but then he's got to be rehabbed. So that's a whole nother situation I'm dealing with right now, but we'll do it one step at a time. So at this incredible time, 9:39 right now on Friday in Thailand. I'm in the future a little bit. So December 16th, we are rolling into what for many is a very high energy holiday season in many countries. It can also at this time be a really stressful time for people because they're expected in a lot of ways to give gifts, to spend money, to get things for their children. The weather's getting cold in certain parts of the world, and it can be kind of intense. So as all these new energies are coming into the planet, and anybody that's paying attention, even if you're not sure and you haven't seen proof where you're at, I can tell you that from the research that I do every day and have been doing for over 20 years, we are in the middle of the greatest shift, one of them in recorded history ever. And please don't, do your best not to be one of those people that goes, I'll believe it when I see it, because that is completely disempowering you as a sovereign, unlimited divine being, that even if we had to forget when we came into this incarnation how incredible and unlimited we are, you came here for this. And it's no mistake that you're here. And if you're even paying attention to what this guy is saying, then there's some synchronicity going on here. So the greatest global military operation in history has been underway for 2 to 3 years. And they haven't been able to let people know everything that's been happening, because if they did, they would let the bad guys know. And it's just got to be done the way it's being done. So just trust. On my Telegram channel, I've got links from people that are in the military that are dropping proof. So, it takes time to go in and research this stuff. But what I would like to reflect to people right now is it is under control. And yes, a lot of people have been injured, a lot of people have been hurt, and it still appears that that is happening. You just got to understand, as painful as it can be, that this is part of people's agreed upon soul contract. And if you can zoom back out, and I know it's family, it's friends, and me too. Believe me, I know. I can tell you stories about the people that I know that have left over the past year or two, and people close to me. But these people aren't gone. Their bodies just left from this plane. And I know it's difficult. I'm not making light of it. What I'm doing is doing my best to explain the bigger picture, to relieve some of the pain, some of the suffering, some of the anger, in some of the confusion of what we're dealing with here. Everybody is playing their role on their soul contract, including the bad guys, including the people poisoning the food, air, water, the pedophiles, the people harming children. They're playing their role. And this has been prophesied for thousands of years, but it's happening now in this little span that we're on the planet. And I believe that we're going to be able to stay here as long as we desire. Our DNA is being activated. We can reverse our aging. And if that's something new to you, then I invite you to just play with it. Just go, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Don't have an automatic judgmental reaction from a tiny little belief system just because you haven't really experienced that, or a lot of people haven't talked about that. Let's start to expand our awareness and blow these little belief systems. These belief systems that we were given from outside of ourselves, from our parents, our grandparents, school system, religion, history, science, media. Think of your belief system. Here's the reality of what our belief system is. It's about the size of a tiny speck of dust on your living room or bedroom floor. That's how small and limiting our belief system is. And yet, you can observe people, if anything challenges their little, tiny, very limiting belief system, what happens? They automatically go into automatic reaction. So the 3D matrix is perfectly set up by the people that had all their DNA, and they know how to trigger and loop people over and over and over. Republican versus Democrat, White Lives Matter versus Black. Everything is set up to keep people separated. So as we move in to this holiday season, or this incredible new year of 2023, which is going to be one of the most incredible years ever. People's minds are going to be blown. Other people are going to be so shocked when they finally have to admit that almost every single thing they've ever been told has been a lie. A lot of people are going to leave the planet. A lot of people are going to flip out. Okay? That's part of their soul contract. If you're on here this long, or you're watching the replay, something inside you tells you that you know you came here for this incredible time, even if you can't remember, and you can see that stuff's happening and being revealed that has been hidden for a long, long time. So, the greatest thing that we can do to serve is to observe, to be calm, conscious observers. And one of the things that I'm going to invite people to do, which I invite myself to do every single morning, is to consciously set my intention as soon as I awaken out of what we call the sleeping dream. Because we're dreaming right now, right? Has anybody ever told you that? Have you ever thought about that? When one of my mentors, Don Miguel Ruiz, who, by the way, just got out of the hospital within the last 12 hours from his second or third heart surgery, which was a success. So thank you to everybody for sending the wonderful energy. Thank you, Miguel, for assisting me in changing the way I see my entire reality. Thank you to all the Toltec community and all my other teachers and mentors. Thank you for everybody that's held prayers and sent in kind comments and beautiful messages. So when Miguel told me in 2001 or 2002, he said, "You're dreaming all the time." And my ego kind of went, I don't know what, I don't understand that. I don't know how to control that. Because the ego is set up to keep you safe. It's a mechanism. The ego is not bad. It's just had to keep you in survival through all these different incarnations where we've been murdered, killed, decimated, all this other stuff, whatever happened. So if you're open to the fact that you're dreaming all the time, and it really doesn't even matter if you understand it, anybody that's listening to this understands, for the most part, that our thoughts, our words, our beliefs, our imagination, and then our vibration, our frequency, is manifesting all these different timelines. Because anything you can think of is already here now. It's not in the future. Whatever you think you desire is not somewhere in the future. This is the trick of the 3D matrix. And this is where it becomes really, really interesting when you can go, let me check that out. I've heard that before, or maybe you already know this. I'm just talking to Jeff and I'm reminding myself that of this stuff all the time, because I can fall back into programs. I have weird thoughts that pop into my head all the time. I don't even think they're mine. But if I'm not careful, they can get my mind to spin and run in judgment or drop into fear, or doubt, or confusion. And so I use the tools from this process, this book and course, to immediately catch every less than thought, feeling, vibration. And when you begin to do that, it completely shifts your entire reality, because now you become the conscious observer instead of just the automatic reactor, which the 3D matrix is set up to just have people running the same loops over and over and over and over. And so one of the things I do every single morning, as soon as I awaken out of what we call the sleeping dream into this dream, my head's still on the pillow, I immediately take some slow, deep breaths. I put my hand on my heart, and I love on every one of these trillions of cells that's been unconditionally loving me in every single moment since I came out of the womb, even before, while I was in the womb. And this body's been through abuse, shame, guilt, drugs, alcohol, motorcycle accidents, car accidents, all kinds of accidents, mostly self-created by me. And so to have a body that is this amazing, it's probably the most amazing creation in the entire universe. I mean, Mother Earth is pretty amazing. She blows my mind every day with her plants and flowers and dragonflies and water buffalo and dogs and cats and animals and fruits and vegetables and just nonstop giving. But this body is incredible. And so if you can tune in and make gratitude your go-to commitment every single day, and then you can point out how many things that you're grateful for, then great. Hey, Ken, I don't know what these links are, but please don't share them over and over and over. Thank you. Looks like some type of Telegram. If you don't leave a link about what it's about, then I'm just going to delete it, because people have been spamming the heck out of my posts lately with unsolicited Telegram links, and most of them are scams. So it's nothing personal to you, but please don't do it without a description, unless it's something that has to do with consciously creating our reality and doing inner healing, because that's what we're focused on right now. Thank you. Okay, so every morning, set your intention, and here we go into these holidays. You're going to see a lot of people really become emotional. And also, with everything that's coming into the planet right now, all our stuff's coming up. I've been triggered a lot lately. I don't do it around other people ever. I smile at every person I see here in Thailand. Everyone. And it's not because I'm so great. It's because, number one, I speak very little Thai, but this is a very heart-based country. They love the Buddha, which is a very heart-centered teaching. And so even though they know I stick out like a sore thumb, when I smile at them, it's the universal language. And even if they're wearing a mask, which a lot of people still are here, they're living in fear because they don't believe that anybody would ever lie to them. So they just do whatever they're told on the television. You guys know better, okay? So I smile at everybody. And within one split second, they drop in through their eyes, they see my smile, and they immediately smile back. It's so quick that it's almost beyond the mind, which is so great to observe it. It's so fascinating. Even if they're coming the other way on a motor scooter and I'm going the opposite way and we're each doing 40 kilometers an hour and I nod and I smile, or they see Luna sitting on my bike, there's an instant smile within a split second. And so you are way more powerful than you may believe. One of the things that we've been taught to do, hi Nancy, great to see you. Thank you so much. You're just such a great mirror. I love it. And I'm just speaking to Jeff all the time. just reminding Jeff so he doesn't forget. And then the people that I get to journey with, we get to go deep and clear this stuff. Decades and decades and decades of programming, because most people were not taught how to do this. That's why I'm so passionate about it, because it works and it works quick. So, let me check something out. Okay, so holiday season, lots of love. As you can see, a lot of these corporations are going to make millions, if not billions of dollars, guilting people into buying things that they mostly don't need. And it's great to give somebody gifts and show up at their house and bring them, some flowers or, a bottle of your favorite whatever. It's great. But the real amazing thing that's happening on the planet right now is people are finally starting to come together, and they're realizing that the people that have been in control have been lying to us about everything. The media is crumbling. The governments are crumbling. These people are going to have nowhere to run pretty soon over the coming days, weeks, and months, when the stuff that I'm already aware of, which a lot of it's on my Telegram channel, when this stuff goes mainstream, these people are going to have nowhere to run. And the thing is, it's not going to do any of us any good to crucify anyone. Because if we allow our egos to go into judgment, hatred, attack, war, that keeps us stuck in 3D over and over and over. And right now, we've got an opportunity that, as far as we know, has never happened before in the recorded history that we've been taught about, which has all been mostly lies anyway. But there's some amazing people out there that remember past lives, and I don't, but I know a lot of amazing people that do. And you don't want to have to come back and do another incarnation learning that forgiveness and love and compassion and kindness are the ways of a master that moves out of the 3D matrix. These are the tools. And we have an opportunity right now to step into this, and we're being assisted in every way possible. We're even being assisted in ways that we don't even know. I don't know if there's any guides helping me or ascended masters or my ancestors. I don't know that stuff. I reach out to them, but I don't get any messages from them. My messengers are people like you, the amazing people out there that are my mirrors. But there are a lot of people out there that are receiving messages, and they're sharing their gifts. So number one key right now, if you want to write this down, it'll change your life. If you want to just go, well, I'll remember it later. If you're like me, you probably won't, but it's up to you. I'm just going to share what has been super life-changing for me and my clients, who are my greatest teachers. Consciously creating your reality first thing every morning, which means as soon as you awaken out of the sleeping dream, you take some slow, deep breaths, you love on your body, smile and relax it, and love on it. When you drop that smile and your frequency starts to go up. Why is it important that your frequency goes up? Because you, me, we are walking, talking, vibrating magnets of attraction or repelling. We can repel abundance. We can repel loving people if we're still wounded or we have, limiting beliefs around money and stuff like I had for most of my life. So when we awaken in the morning, before those 50 to 80,000 same thoughts start running, which, interestingly enough, because of our deceptive programming, it's been proven that about 80% of those thoughts are negative. So if that's running under your subconscious all day long, what do you think you're going to manifest? It's going to be difficult. That's why these tools are so valuable. And what I love about them is they're simple. There's nothing difficult about inner healing. Everybody thinks it's so painful, and that's because they're holding on to the story. If they knew and they were open and aware to the fact that they chose every single thing that happened to them as part of their soul contract before they came here, and yes, that includes abusive fathers, people that raped them, MK Ultra, alcoholic mothers, abusive boyfriends, toxic girlfriends. If you're open to the fact that you chose this so you could not only heal this for yourself, but for generations in your family, and then you could heal it for the collective, You wouldn't be carrying around a story of poor me, I got screwed over. And no, you would go, oh, wow. Wow, I don't really think I would have chose that. That was horrible. But I guess I did. So there's only one thing to do. Find the gift. Clear it. Own it. And then go on and help other people that need a hand up to heal. This is why you're here right now, and there's no mistake. So inner healing is not difficult. Yes, I get on calls with people that do the mentorship, the one-on-one mentorships with me, and we have some tears on the first call because that's the first thing we go into is inner healing. And then it happens quickly, quickly, quickly. I know people that have paid psychiatrists and psychologists for decades and were not taught how to heal. Oh, I wonder why. Because those doctors and psychologists were taught in the cabal system. They weren't taught how to heal people. Neither were most of the doctors. So you guys know this. So we're not going to stay pissed off about this. Anytime we have a judgment, we're going to use this 3-word masterful mantra. Isn't that interesting? Because every judgment keeps you trapped in 3D and it magnetizes in more of that which we judge. And I know this like the back of my hand because I was a judgeaholic. I was taught to be that in Catholic school, where every single day was Judgment Day. And, you know, a lot of people that raised me and that I was around growing up, they were taught the same thing. So it was just, you have a belief system, anything challenges it, you judge, you get triggered. And it's set up like that. And until you see that program, you will not move beyond it. So that's why this is so powerful. If anybody has any questions at all, feel free to pop them in. It always seems like, you know, a lot of people watch these and nobody pops in a question. And then as soon as somebody does, everybody else relaxes and goes, oh, I guess it's safe. So if you want to ask a question, feel free. If not, no problem. So as soon as we awaken, we're going to set our intention. And anything that we desire, we're going to see is already here now, never in the future. Because if you see it in the future, then you're giving your subconscious, which is creating everything in your reality, you're giving it the instruction, it's still in the future. I want, I need, I hope, I'm going to try, I wish. All those words are spell words. Wish, want, hope, need, try, want, hard, difficult. Those all tell your subconscious, still not here yet, still not here yet, still not here yet, or it's going to be very hard, very difficult. I have a video on my YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, it's actually my shortest video. And it's all on spell words. I'm going to pop in the link right now. It'll change your life. Because once you see this video, you will stop using these words that day. It might take you a couple days to practice it, but it'll change your life quicker and easier than anything else I've ever been taught. Yeah, youtube.com, Portal to Awakening. Is that right? Yeah, okay. All right. So you're going to consciously create your reality first thing every morning. You're going to get excited. You're going to go in gratitude. You're going to go, thank you for this day. Thank you. Thank you for the miracle of this body and this dream. And yeah, you might be in debt. You might have trouble at your job. You might have relationship issues. You might have health issues, but you have the ability to heal. You have the ability to manifest. You have the ability to learn from every single challenge that you set up as part of your soul contract to learn and grow. So what do we do when we get triggered? Yeah. Hey, Lean, great to see you. So what do? We always ask, what is the gift here? Anytime you have a judgment, anytime you have a trigger, anytime you feel pain, anytime you don't like something, what is the gift here? Stop, take a breath and go, okay, I'm triggered. I don't like this. This is painful. I don't like this. What is the gift here? This is mastery. Because if you don't stop and get what the gift is, you're going to have to relive it again. It's going to come around again. Okay? Hey, Amanda. I'll post that. I'll post it. I'm going to have to find it, because if I just tell you my name, you can't find it. So thank you for asking the first question. I appreciate it. Yeah. So we breathe into our body. When we breathe and we put our hand on our heart, men, I'm talking to you too if you're out there, okay? It's time to really get in touch with our feminine side and balance this. It'll make you such a more attractive man to the opposite sex, being in your heart. All that old programming. It's time to let it go. So we breathe, and you breathe whenever you get triggered or have a judgment until this stops running. Because when we have an emotional trigger, the mind usually goes, yeah, I don't like it, and they always do this, and da, 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 da. Next thing you know, 3, 4, 5 hours later, 6, 7 days later, 10, 12, 30 years later, you're still telling that same story of that emotional trigger or wound that happened to you. I see people doing it all the time when they come to do the first call with me. And we clear it on the first call. And they're like, how come nobody ever taught me how to do that? And I'm like, I know, right? So now you can teach other people how to do it. So this is where we're at right here. If anybody's interested in this, go to my website, reach out to me. Let's do it. Let's do this journey together. It's the most life-changing thing that I've ever found. And it's not a sales pitch. I'm only journeying with 4 people a month because it takes a lot of time. But these people go on to really mentor a lot of other people. And this is why we're here. So waking up first thing in the morning, setting your intention. I see all the most amazing people. I see my body healing. I see the most incredible relationships, the abundance coming to me. Whatever it is, see it is here now. Feel it. Be excited and in your imagination like a little child. That switches your magnet on to a 10 of yes, it's here now. Hi, W, you're amazing. You're so amazing. And thank you for your donations and support to the 2 dog surgeries this week. I so appreciate it. I'll keep you updated. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, these tools are the most life-changing tools I've ever found. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote the book. It took me 17 years of studying to put the book together. I was suicidal in my 20s and 30s because I can feel a lot of stuff. And I was like, why is there all this pain and suffering on the planet? And, I had my own soul contract to my dad dying when I was young and growing up with 2 stepfathers and, moving out on my own when I was 15 and learning a lot of things the hard way. But these tools will be taught in the New Earth schools to children, and they will never have to go to school for 12 to 16 years to get into the club and then give up 65 of the best years of their life so then they can become retired. It's another spell word. It's no mistake they named it that. Children will learn what an emotion is, what an emotional trigger is, and how to consciously create their reality with their thoughts, their words, their imagination, their excitement, and their vibration. And we will never allow them to get their imagination squashed again. The schools are imploding right now. It's perfect. It's happening. I'm amazed anybody would still send their child to school. But if you are, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it's diabolical right now. Transhumanism, teaching your boy to be a girl, but it's got to get that crazy for people to wake up, because you can see things out there that are crazy that other people can't see, and they don't even want to admit it. Nobody wants to admit that the children are being sacrificed, that they're drinking their blood and torturing them. Nobody wants to admit that because it's too painful. So they've been able to get away with it for thousands of years and call people like me insane who's been sharing this stuff for 20, 30 years. I don't know how I was able to see it before other people. I just could. And there's other people that can see stuff that I can't even see. And we're all here at this time to come together. So during this holiday season, one of the biggest triggers is going to be judgment. Eliminate it. Eliminate it, or you are going to loop in the 3D matrix, and you may even have to come back and live out this incarnation again. That should be motivation enough. So how do you stop the judgments when, if you were a judgeaholic like me, you feel justified? Now, why does somebody feel justified when they have a judgment or a trigger or a fear or a reaction. Because there's an emotional hit that they get. And so that emotional hit tricks them into thinking that they're right. I'm right, God damn it. No, you're not right. You just had a reoccurring emotional trigger. But if you don't use these tools to catch it and go, wow, there's a trigger. Ooh, that's a big one. Okay. And then thank the person or the situation. That's mastery. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing me and teaching me that. That's mastery. Because all the people that trigger you are your greatest teachers. They're actually you. And when one of my teachers, Don Miguel Ruiz, he told me in 2002, he said, Jeff, everyone is you. And once again, my ego was like, what? I don't understand that. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a thief. I'm not a pedophile. Well, those are the collective. Those are the collective energies that have been happening for thousands of years. And we've turned away from exposing and shining our light on the truth. And we've just become complacent, a lot of us have. And now we're here at this time to kick some royal butt with our love, our kindness, our compassion, and our hearts. Hey, Tish, great to see you. Thank you for all your support and all your amazing energy. Yeah. Okay. So, number one, if you don't take anything else away from this transmission, stop the judgments. Stop the judgments. If you have to write it down on your bathroom mirror, if you have to carry it around in a note in your pocket, judgment is the biggest addiction on the planet by far. It's way beyond drugs and alcohol. And the 3D matrix is set up to keep everybody judging and everybody separated. And you must be able to see that program and take 100% responsibility and accountability for it. Otherwise, you're going to loop and you're going to come back and have to relive it. If you feel justified, you're stuck. When you judge, your frequency is low. I mean, it doesn't mean if you see somebody wearing a bright green shirt with orange polka dots and you think it looks a little bit weird because their hair's half shaved and they've got a unicorn thing sticking out of their head, all right. But most people are judging on automatic all day long. I know I was, because I thought that's how I pointed out everything that was wrong. But I didn't understand that I'm just magnetizing more of everything I judge into my reality. So understand, you are a walking, talking, vibrating magnet of attraction or repelling. So there's no getting around the inner healing. Again, it's easy. It's easy if you want to do it. If you want to do it, you can do it in a day. Yes, you still may have a memory that, that story you've been telling about what your father did to you or whatever. I understand. But you will be able to clear it in a day. And if it pops back up again, you'll go, oh, there's just a little piece of that. I'm going to thank it. And now I'm going to help other people. I'm going to have compassion and help other people heal. Boom, 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 boom. You're just raising the frequency of the entire planet, even if you can't see it. Okay? So we're going to stop judging. If you do that alone and nothing else, it'll completely shift your life, your relationships, and what you attract into your reality. So consciously creating your reality every day. I say something like, okay, the most incredible people come into my life every day. Abundance just flows to me. I can give it away. And anytime I give money, a tip, give away a gift, give it to the wild jungle dogs, whatever, I know that I'm giving it to myself. So I don't need to hold on to anything like I used to. There's not enough. There's not enough. That was my program forever. I was taught that. But when you begin to feel that and go, I'm going to give anyway, then you see that it comes back twice as much or 3 times as much or 10 times as much. Then you go, oh, that's why they run the lack program all the time, because they want everybody to be in lack. But when you start to give and you understand that you're unlimited abundance, the universe starts to mirror that back to you. Isn't that interesting? And then once you see that a couple times, you go, oh, wow. How wonderful is that? So set your intention to be the brightest light you can during this holiday season and going into 2023. It's going to be one of the most incredible years in the entire history of the world. And again, don't be an "I'll believe it when I see it." That is weak ass 3D programming and thinking. Go, okay, let's see. Let me take responsibility. Hi, Allison. Let me take responsibility for creating my reality. I'm not going to be a victim anymore because it feels crappy. It takes me out of my power. Nobody wants to hear it. Although some people will support you. I'll support anybody. But if you want to hold on to that story for more than 2 minutes, then go do it somewhere else. Because I've cleared that stuff. And I'll help you. I'll give you a hand up all day long. But if you're committed to holding on to the poor me story and you're just not ready, then please don't bring that into my frequency, my reality. You know? And I'll just gently let you know, lovingly. That's how we assist people. We don't shame them. We don't guilt them. We assist them. They're our mirrors. Everybody is bringing us a gift. Hey, Tanny, great to see you. Everybody is our teacher, especially the ones that we judge and trigger. So let me ask you a question. Who here has already or is ready to forgive everyone that's poisoned our DNA, our food, our air, our water, our children? Who here is ready to forgive everyone that sacrificed children, trafficked them, tortured them, vaccinated people? The greatest crime in history ever that'll go down. And if you had to do it, don't worry about it, okay? There's protocols coming. Okay, awesome, Charlotte. Thank you. Because this is it, people. We're here to heal, and we're here to clear thousands of years of stuff. That doesn't mean, yeah, we have to. We have to. And it got this extreme to wake people up. There's only one thing to do. I'm not going to tell you to thank them because they are going to be held accountable. Many have already been removed from the planet and executed. It's such a trip. There's clones running around everywhere. It's mind-boggling. But since we don't know who's who, that gives us the opportunity to just go within. Don't get distracted by the media and all this stuff. Just trust and consciously create your reality every single day. You don't need to be sucked into all this stuff. If anything lowers your frequency, feel it and pull back and just go, isn't that interesting? What is the gift here? This is so simple, but it's priceless, people. These tools are priceless. No price you pay could buy you more freedom than these simple tools. Inner healing, consciously and intentionally creating your reality every day and throughout the day, and before you go to sleep at night so your subconscious can play with that all night long. And dismantling your limiting belief system and seeing it for the prison that it is. And seeing clearly how the ego automatically reacts to anything that challenges your belief system. You've got to be able to see this program or you're going to be a prisoner all the time. You'll never get out. You've got to be able to see this. I'm handing you the life-changing gift on a silver platter. You don't have to go through 30 or 40 years of struggle like I did. I put it together in a really simple, easy to understand, step by step by step process that even a child could do. I have people that go through my mentorship and they have their children go through it. And they print out the daily tracking sheet and they begin to track all their judgments, triggers. They do mirror exercises every day. They meditate every morning. They set their intentions. They journal. What were my reoccurring judgments? What's come up for me that I still haven't cleared? Emotions, triggers. You spend 5 or 10 minutes with this every night and you begin to track your triggers and judgments, you're going to change your entire reality. Because right now, most people are running on automatic reaction mode. and they feel justified because that emotional hit happens and they're being tricked and trapped over and over and over. I'm telling you, if you get this, this will be the priceless shift of a lifetime that you've been searching for in all the books and everything else. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that's sharing it, but I've never found a process that's this easy and has these 3 parts mapped out, so simple, so easy to understand that even a child can do. Yep. Yeah, we don't agree to any more of this. And it's all up to our moment-to-moment frequency. And the way out of 3D and into 5D and higher is through the heart. Operate in your heart. Use this to balance your checkbook or whatever, but the rest of the day go, I'm going to smile at everybody. And then watch in the beginning what your ego does. And have you named your ego yet? It's very valuable if you do. For those of you who don't know, I named my ego Larry. Larry was the judge, the automatic reactor, the fear-based guy, the less than guy, the guy that carried around shame and guilt for all the stupid shit I did and all the dumb things I said when I was drunk or, angry or whatever in my life. But now I'm made friends with Larry and I love him. And if you name your ego, you're going to be able to see pain and death. I love that. You'll be able to see how it works. And then you'll be able to start to catch these automatics quick. It can happen quick. It's not going to take you months or years to remove decades and decades of programming and automatic reactions. That's why I'm so passionate about these tools, because it's life-changing. Yeah, man. I'm honored for you too. All your sharing and all your support on all my posts and all the stuff you share. Yeah, we're all here together to align. When we figure out that everybody's us, just wearing a different costume, it's going to be a great big laughing celebration. And we can start right now. Right now. We don't have to wait. Let's do it. All right? So, been catching a lot of work to do. Okay. So let's remove the word work and let's say, it's a lot of interesting play to observe this stuff because work is another spell word. It's very heavy. I'm not sure what the actual definition of work is, but I know any word that's heavy that has to do with enslaving us has some type of other meaning to it. It's a spell. It's heavy. So just go, yeah, been catching these. I'm beginning to love playing this game. Yeah. Because be careful. When you say it's a lot of work to do, and thank you for bringing this up, because I'm not singling you out as wrong or anything. You're giving us a big gift here, Tony. When you say it's a lot of work to do, who are you programming? You're giving your subconscious the instruction that there's going to be a lot of work to undo this stuff. But if you give your subconscious the instruction, I get to play with this every day, and I'm undoing this stuff quick. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then your subconscious goes, all right, let's start having some fun. We're going to play with this stuff. And it really, 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 yeah, brother, Jelf's in the house. It always gets easier and easier. That's the beauty of it. It's just practice. It's just practice. But we've been practicing running automatic reactions based on the emotional trigger that happens to us that's been happening forever. Yeah. So it's about waking up every morning going, okay, all right, I get another day. All right, this is what I have manifested. Not what I'm going to, not what I want, not what I need, not what I hope, not what I wish. Those are weak-ass spell words. It is done. I am. I intend. I have manifested the most incredible partner. I've manifested all the abundance I even need. And I don't even really need a lot because I see that it just flows back and forth to me. I don't need to hold on to it. I've manifested health. I'm being more conscious about the food and drink that I put into my body. I'm not putting dead food and toxic sugars and all this shit from the corporate stores. And yeah, you got to get a little bit more selective. In the beginning, you might think it's HARD, but it's really not. You just map it out little by little. You be gentle with yourself. I used to eat junk food every day. I lived in my recording studios for 27 years. I ate Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, Crack Donald's, all that shit forever. And then I was partying and having a blast and drinking beer and smoking weed. And yeah, but I've cleared that stuff now. And so be gentle with yourself. Okay, here we go. Yep, see? You can feel these words like J-O-B, difficult, hard, no pain, no gain. I don't know if Anthony Robbins still teaches that, but that is a 3D matrix suffering mantra. No pain, no gain? Nope, I don't think so. Nope, it's easy when you get excited and you use your imagination because it's already here. It doesn't exist in the future. Your timeline of anything you desire is already here now. And little children know this. They don't struggle when they use their imagination. They never use the word hard, difficult. They're taught that by their parents. So, yeah, let me check my notes here a little bit. All right, so we're going to move in to these timelines of this holiday season. And we're going to start to smile at everybody. And as I was beginning to say earlier, in the beginning, if you smile at somebody and they don't smile back and they're grumpy, watch what your ego does. Because in the beginning, the ego wants that smile to be returned because I'm being so nice. But when the other person doesn't smile, and it'll happen once in a while, watch for the trigger. We don't smile at people and give them love so that they'll give it back to us. We do it unconditionally because we are that, okay? But observe the program. It's another program. Because even sometimes when I'm out and about in Thailand and I smile at somebody and they don't smile back, I'm like, oh, because it feels so good when it gets returned. You just know that it's in the heart and it's so cool. But observe in the beginning if somebody doesn't smile back, if your ego goes, I just smiled at them and they're not smiling, and then it runs a story for 5 or 10 seconds. Catch that story and go, oh, I'm not smiling at them so they'll smile back. It's great if they do, because when two hearts open, that's the greatest feeling in the world. But if they don't, I bless them. I go, wow, maybe they're having a hard time like I did for 20, 30, 40 years. Bless them. But watch the program and watch it all day long. I'm telling you, you invest in this book or the digital online course, which is lifetime investment, lifetime. It's $200 off right now. And yeah, I guess this is the sales part, but you can go to my YouTube channel and watch over 300 hours of these videos for free. But if you get the course, you get the tracking sheet, you begin to track this stuff, and you watch the PowerPoint trainings, $97. Normally $300. You can get it through December for $97. Go through the process, join the private group, Facebook group, get support from me and the other people that have gone through my course. For the cost of going out on the town for one night and going to a movie, you can begin to track this stuff, get the tracking sheet, the trainings, get the clicker, begin to catch this stuff, and you'll completely shift the way you see and manifest your reality in 2 weeks to 30 days. You'll go, oh my God, why don't they teach that in school? And they will. So if you're interested in that, here's a discounted link. Anybody have any questions about anything that I've shared? So glad I came on today. I wasn't going to do it. I was like, I don't feel ready. I don't know what I'm going to say. I always say the same thing. Does anybody want to hear it again? And I'm just like, there's always somebody that sends me a message and says, I needed to hear that so badly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's usually somebody that I'm not even friends with on Facebook. It's such a trip. And the people that go through the mentorship with me one-on-one, the last 8 out of 10 people that have done it, I wasn't even friends with on Facebook. I found their message in my spam folder, or they sent me, they went to the website and just filled out the little quick 2-minute questionnaire. And then I got on a call with them to see if they wanted to do it. And I usually spend an hour on a call with somebody just mirroring them and giving them the tools. If they don't end up doing it, I don't care. I've only got 4 spots each month. So, or I don't mean only, but they fill up. And if anybody desires to do it, there's always a spot that opens up every couple weeks. So I just trust in it. I trust in it. This is what's so wonderful for us to do. Yeah, thank you. You know, I'm doing it so Jeff can hear it again. I just talking to Jeff every single day. Yeah. What a gift. Yeah. You know? Oh, healing flute. You're going to do that to me? You're going to put me on the spot again? All right, I'll do it. You know, there's a time when I never would have done this. I bought this flute and I couldn't play this thing for shit. These holes were so big, you got to hold them completely. If you leave one little space, you sound like a frickin' squashed mouse. Yeah, I'll do it a little bit. All right, let me just finish here. Thanks, Tish, for being on. Thank you. Yeah, the programming is deep. It's been going on for thousands of years. But look at how easy and simple it is to undo it in under 30 days if you just decide you're going to do it. You just decide, I'm in charge. I'm not going to blame anybody else for something that I agreed to on my soul contract before I came down here. I'm going to finally say, thank you. I forgive you. Thanks for doing exactly what I agreed that you were going to do before I came down here. Come on, people. You are unlimited sovereign beings. You're gods. Let's start playing with the word unlimited. Let's go quantum. There are no limitations. Let's start talking to ourselves. Let's start healing our body. Let's start reversing our aging. Let's start creating miracles way beyond what anybody else says you can do. It's all limited. Well, not all of it, but most of the 3D stuff is. Hi, Judy. Thank you for showing up. Feel free to share this with anyone that you feel may benefit. Now, I don't know who wouldn't, but certain people are going to resonate and other people are going to just think I'm some crazy dude in a colorful shirt. You know, thank you for the comment on the shirt too. Somebody said that earlier. Yeah, who did that? I don't remember, but yeah. Oh, Amanda did. Yeah, I love these colors. This is like a $120 shirt, and I got it in Thailand. I think I paid $4.50 for this brand new. It's incredible here in Thailand. If anybody's interested in coming over here and, you know, living or visiting, you know, reach out. It's freaking amazing here. It's like 1/5 to 1/10 the cost of what it is to live in the US or the UK. I didn't plan that out. That was just a benefit when I followed my heart and came over here to meet my girlfriend at the time. And yeah, Rosie's in the house. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We all love you, Rosie. Happy birthday to you. All right, so I'll do a little bit of flute. Any questions from anybody about anything I've covered? Okay, so we're going to start creating our reality first thing every morning. If you're not already doing it, we're going to commit through the whole holiday season that we're going to be the observer and we're going to be in our hearts and we're going to smile at everybody. And, you know, there's going to be some people that are going to be in pain. The holidays can bring up a lot for people. So we're going to hold space. This is not about spending money on a bunch of people. It's about giving love. The whole thing got distorted. You got to go out and buy people stuff or you're no good or you're cheap or it's bullshit. If you want to give somebody something, give it to them. But you can do that any day of the week. Don't get guilted into it. Give somebody something that you made, or tell them that you'll give them a massage, or you'd love to do something with them. You'd love to take them to the park and spend the day with them, or cook a meal for them or something like that. Do something that's 5D. You know, let's shift this whole thing. All right. So, all right. So let me make sure. All right. So we're going to do everything from the heart. We're going to ask, what is the gift here? I'm going to pop a few things in here. If you guys want to copy them, it's very valuable. This is life-changing stuff. Okay, it didn't all fit in one. Oh, thank you. You're so kind, dear one. I love you so much. Yeah, I've been a little bit stressed the past couple of weeks with these beautiful doggies that needed major surgery. I just found them on the street. And yeah, thank you. I love purple. Purple and turquoise is good. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you. I mean, you can see it's all about us just coming together. This is it. We're all just helping everybody. That's the way it was always supposed to be. I need a little bit of this ginger tea. All these judgments and separation. I mean, no, we're never going to tolerate disrespect from anybody. But if anybody's disrespecting you, they're just wounded. So get away. But, you know, send them. Yeah, I love the ginger tea. It's so good. So good. That and apple cider vinegar with lemon, or baking soda with lemon and water, so good for you. Or boron number 17 with lemon and water. So much good stuff. Mother Earth is just putting out so much good stuff. And she's inviting us to love on her and to really tune into real vibrational food again. The best you can. Don't beat yourself up. I know it can seem challenging sometimes. I mean, I go to 7-Eleven, they're popping up everywhere here. In some of these poor towns around where I live, that's where people go because they can't find this stuff everywhere else. But you go into 7-Eleven, there's not one thing that's natural. Actually, there's a banana and there's a coconut water. Every other single soft drink and food in there is nothing but poisonous chemicals. Every single one. And, you know, it's just time to shift this. So whatever you're putting into your body, bless it. Bless it. I'm not saying don't eat any animals or whatever. I mean, you know, I did that for a big part of my life. Then I saw, you ever been to a processing packing plant where they take the chickens or the cows or whatever? If you see that, you'll never eat that stuff ever again, because that horrific fear and stuff is going into that. It's messed up. So yeah. Oh, okay, Fuji, they have that at 7-Eleven sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just about awareness. I'm not here to, you know, judge anybody. Fuck, I did that all my life to myself. I'm still undoing shame and guilt and judgment and deep programming that I took on, you know. And so I really have compassion for people because, fuck, we took on a lot, but we're clearing it now. So great stuff you guys are all doing. And anybody that's hung on here for almost an hour, I'm honored. I'm so honored. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me check one more thing, and then we'll do some flute and we'll blast it out to the world. Okay, so one more time. This is a link to the course. It's probably going to separate it into two. Yep. But $300 course for $97, lifetime access, and then join the group on Facebook. There's a link on my personal page. Let me grab it right now. It's up here. And I'm navigating like 50 tabs right now. Where is it? All right, let me pull it up real quick. Thank you for your patience. But this is a really safe space where, you know, anybody can go in, and we're not going to post stuff about conspiracy facts. This is all going to be about inner healing, dismantling limiting beliefs, and really consciously creating your reality, and then giving everybody a hand up, you know? Giving everybody a hand up. Hi, Anna, great to see you. Anna is actually the reason I'm in Thailand. So That's a long story, but I'm grateful to her because we met on Facebook and decided to investigate a friendship and relationship. And she was kind enough to be brave enough to have me come and be in her sacred space. And Anna is a wonderful person to connect with because she is a master healer. She healed herself from cancer and all kinds of things. She's a master gourmet chef. She wrote an incredible book on chocolate, which uses so many incredible ingredients, no sugar, all natural stuff. And she's a great person to connect with for incredible recipes on food and health and everything else. So reach out to her and give her a friend request, and you'll be glad you did. So, okay. So any questions before we go? You got it? So we're going to be the light during this holiday season and beyond. We're going to hold the space for everybody going into 2023, where so much is going to be revealed, but a lot of people are going to be shocked. So you're going to be that person that gets to go, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. You can talk to me. And that's what we're here to do. So big love from Thailand. And again, feel free to share this with anybody. Let me try and find let me see if you catch these words real quick. Let me find my Telegram link real quick, because for those that would like to see some proof of what's happening behind the scenes, where is it? Oh my God. Where is this, man? Okay, here it is. Oh no. I've got like 1,000 things that pop up when I type in Telegram. But I want to pop this in right now, because when I close this, if I don't pop it in right now, it's going to disappear. Telegram invite. Here it is. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's my Telegram invite link. You can share this with people. These are people in the military that are dropping the actual, what are they called? Statutes that the previous president dropped in before he left the presidency, and now the military and the commander-in-chief is in control. You can validate all this stuff. It's not, oh, believe it when I see it. This stuff is happening, and the military is in control. So, okay, so you might need to separate the link from the top sentence. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'll pop it in again. God dang it. Okay, but did the same thing. There it is by itself. Okay, there it is. So it should pop up. Okay, so this stuff's been verified. It's happening. You can research it. It's all happening. Okay, so the reason why people get so upset, they're like, because they haven't seen anything. They've been hearing about it for 3 years now, and nothing's dropped on the television yet, simply because it's got to be drip, drip, drip. If you just came out and told if you red-pilled everybody with what was happening with the children and the human sacrificing and all this stuff, they would flip out. They wouldn't be able to handle it. So it's got to go a little bit slow. And I know for those of us that have been researching this stuff and have known about this for decades, it can be a little challenging. But just trust. I promise you, over the next couple of weeks to month, it's going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. It already is. So follow that link if you like. Yes, it will take some time to research the stuff, but once you see who's sharing it, like Derek Johnson, who was in the military, this guy is spot on with every single thing he shares. And I would not be sharing this if I hadn't checked it all out on my own, because I don't want to share things that aren't true and just, put more junk into the mix. So anyway, there you have it. Big love. All right, so let's do this. Let's play a little bit of flute, and what we'll do, let me see if I can get a little bit of reverb here without blowing up my speaker. Let's see what we got. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I'll try and get a little bit of reverb going, but it might try and feedback. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just set our intention. Let's go into a little bit of gratitude for the fact that we're here right now and that we can kind of see some things that other people can't see. And even if you don't really know, because I know nothing, that's another really powerful life-changing mantra to write down. I know nothing. Isn't that interesting? What is the gift here? And how can I serve? Yeah. So, did everybody reach out to Anna and send her a friend on Facebook? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to go into gratitude and start off loving on all your cells first, because they've been loving on you in every second, even while you're asleep, purifying your blood, activating your DNA, processing your food, your thoughts, everything. Most people have no idea how miraculous they are. I have an idea, but I can't even process it because it's so magnificent. So we're going to love on every cell, and then we're going to send that out when I hit the Tibetan bell. We're going to just send that out to everybody on the planet and just see a ball of light and purple, whatever color, rainbow, whatever, just engulfing everybody. And I promise you right now, what we're doing, the 18 people that I see on here, whether that's right or not, I promise you, the field that we are sending out and holding right now is amplifying and accelerating the entire thing. And every single person that watches this and joins in on this is doing it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's an absolute honor. So here we go. In your hearts. I want to get that echo going, but it's going to feed back. All right. Are you smiling? Loving on all your cells? Going to send it out to everybody now. What a blast. I'm all sweating. I got to take another shower now before I go visit Rory, who's in the kennel in a cage for the first time in his life. Every time I take him food and I leave him, he looks at me like, why are you doing this to me? It's heartbreaking, but he'll be out in a few more days. So thank you to everybody that donated, that sends love, sends good energy. These animals are such great teachers. I know that the majority of people think that we're so above animals and they're not as smart as we are and everything. Fuck, these animals have senses that are so far beyond us. Most animals, if not all of them, are already operating in 5D and beyond. Something to really think about. Something to really think about. Because I used to think, all the little barking, yapping dogs that bite at my ankles every day when I go out, and they're all in fear, and the little chickens in the road that are just in fear. I'm like, but they're perfectly playing their role. Yeah, thank you. I'll do an update later. I have so many video. I actually climb into his cage with him, and it's a pretty big cage, luckily, but otherwise, I can only barely get my hand through the bars, and I can't really give him the massage and the love and really hold him and give him Reiki like I intend to. So I sit in the cage with him. So it's pretty cool. Thank you, Tish. Thanks, Eileen. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, brother. Okay, Anna says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you're awesome. I love you. Yep, we're kicking ass. So reach out to Anna if you want to heal anything in your body. You want to learn some incredible recipes. The stuff that she makes is the most amazing artistry of flavor, health, and just beauty I've ever seen. So maybe someday she'll cook for me again. I don't know. That's my intention. Okay, big, big love, everybody. Thank you again. If anybody's interested, again, the book's half price. The course is $200 off right now. If you know anybody that could really benefit from that, what a wonderful Christmas gift that would make. And it assists me too in having more, abundance to give to the wild jungle doggies and everything else. Everything just goes back into assisting other people. So the link's in there. And see what else. Telegram group link is in there. What else? Yeah, and just what's the gift here? Understanding your soul contract. You created all of this. Get rid of that belief system. And if anybody's interested in coming and doing the 30-day mentorship with me, it's actually more than 30 days because anybody that puts their trust in me, we're friends and family for life. But there's a link. And I promise you, I will give you everything that I have. And we'll be in it deep. But it's easy. It's not difficult. Okay? So big, big love to everybody. There it is. And I'm just honored for all the wonderful energy that everybody has reflected on this call. 111 on the counter. How perfect. I'm just honored because, again, I wasn't going to do it today. I didn't feel like I had it together. I didn't know what I was going to say. But when you speak from the heart, you can never go wrong, okay? All right, everybody, share this out to any groups if you feel like you'd like to. It would really help people. And stay excited, be in your hearts, smile at everybody, consciously create your reality every morning. Ask, what is the gift here? Instead of judging, dismantle them. Use, isn't that interesting? It'll change your life. All right? Massive big love from Thailand and from all the wild jungle.